I get a lot of comments here on YouTube, but most people are asking the wrong question. They ask, what stock should I pick? Which one should I buy? What ETFs are the best to invest in? But the real question that almost no one asks, how much money should I be investing in this portfolio every single month? If you're getting this wrong, nothing else will ever fix it. You could have the absolute perfect fund contribution based on ETFs, based on stocks. If you're not putting money into that portfolio, it is never going to grow and nothing will change that. So in today's video, I want to walk through a very simple formula to determine exactly how you need to really invest based on your goals, based on your timeline, based on the kind of financial freedom you want when it comes to retirement. So let's go ahead and build it. Now, here's the uncomfortable truth. You cannot out invest poor savings behavior. It has been proven. If you're investing, let's say 2% of your income, hoping to build really serious wealth over the next 10 years, the math probably doesn't support it. It is not going to work out because wealth is built in four very specific variables. Number one, the income. The more income you can generate at your job, the more it gives you the ability to invest and get to the point of financial freedom. The second one is your savings rate. If you're putting away 2%, 3%, 5%, just imagine if you're putting away 10, 15, even 20% into an investment portfolio. And the biggest contributor is time. When you look at time in the market, we have always said this is the biggest one because time you cannot get back. If you should have started investing 20 years ago, that is time that is completely lost. Then we look at the rate or the return that we're seeing on there. Roughly 10% is about average. When you look at the S&P 500, you could do a couple combinations in here doing like the SCHD, maybe with something like the VOO, and then looking at something that has a little more tilt into growth, like the QQQM, works incredibly well. Most people will invest in really obsess over the returns that they're getting in the portfolio. Serious investors focus on the percentage or the income that they're saving and what that rate is. This is where you can really lever your control. Markets will move, returns are going to fluctuate, but discipline when it comes to investing is entirely up to you. So let's break down the three levels of investors and see exactly where you're at. Let me know in the comments where you fall because I want to simplify these again into those three very basic levels. Level one, a casual investor. This is an individual that is investing roughly 5 to 10% of their income. Retirement is going to be someday. There's really no sense of urgency, and they really don't have a clearly defined path of exactly what it looks like. Level two. Now, I reached this level probably about 30 years of age. They invest 15 to 20% of their wealth. Think about that for a minute, exactly where you're investing at, and what is the percentage you're putting in there. They're building wealth with an absolute purpose. They understand that time matters. It is the biggest factor when it comes to compounding within the market. And level three is the freedom focused. This is looking at investing 25% or more of your total income. This is really compressing the timeline. If you start looking at a 40-year build or 40-year timeline where you're putting in 5%, you can actually make up a lot of that time frame, which we know time is very important, by putting in the 10, the 20, 30, 40% of your income in the entirety. If they want the option to retire in 10 or 15 years, instead of 35 or 45 years, you can really make this happen by really increasing that savings rate. Because of course, the real question comes to what rate are you operating at? Because your investment percentage really tells you the truth about the priorities when it comes to retirement. So let's build the formula, guys. Thinking about this for a minute. Step one, decide when we want our options. This is going to be important. We are not looking at the retirement age. We are looking at the options of when you could retire, when you could walk away from a 9 to 5 job, when you could walk away from something that you're not in tune with or you really don't like. You can walk away. It is giving yourself options with the rest of the time that we do have here. Now, of course, for some people that might be 10, 15, even 25 years, but knowing the option, not shooting for a date such as 65, which traditionally everyone will work their entire life, try to get to 65 years of age just to retire. Some people might not even be healthy enough to enjoy retirement while they're there. That is the reason why we want to give you the options. Step number two, decide how much income you want in your portfolio to produce annually. So let's say, for instance, you want a portfolio that is built and you're looking at $80,000 a year. This is going to be the supplement for Social Security or possibly even getting this 80K long before we get to those retirement years and having the ability to really retire early. Step number three, multiply that by 25. This will give you roughly the target portfolio with the 4% return. Now I know 4% has been kind of on the chopping block. It's kind of an older frame. Right now, it's about 4.5, 4.8% for a return that we can take out of a portfolio. So if you have your $80,000 times your 25 equals $2 million. Your target needs to be $2 million. And think about this. We are reverse engineering a portfolio to where, hey, if I get to that $2 million, it is going to generate $80,000 a year. I only need $80,000 to cover the burn or cover my monthly expenses, or excuse me, your annual expenses, to be able to have the option to walk away from that 9 to 5 job. And then you can, of course, look at how much you need to invest on a regular basis to realistically reach that $2 million mark in a chosen time frame. That is the conversion that you're thinking about right here when it comes to the real numbers. So let's make it tangible, guys. So when we think of a return, we're just going to use 8% average. That, of course, adjusted for inflation. If you're investing $1,000 a month for 20 years, that is going to give you $590,000. That's it. $1,000 a month for 20 years with that 8% compounding, almost $600K. We bumped that up to $2,000 a month. Now you're near $1.1, $1.2 million. So definitely getting to that $2,000, or excuse me, that $2 million mark. Then we invest $3,000. Now you're at 1.7. Notice something. The difference isn't picking a better ETF. It is about the commitment. It is about making the contribution. If you have someone that earns $100,000 a year, investing 25%, that is $25,000 annually. Think about that. That is a pretty big number, guys. That's how momentum builds. That's how really shrinking that timeline and being able to retire with options comes a lot quicker. Now, of course, for this, you don't need to beat the market. You don't need to predict the market. You don't need time corrections. You need to automate the investing based on the percentages that we've seen. Raise the contribution level anytime that you get an increase. So if you get a promotion, if you get a pay raise, you want to increase that contribution and stay invested during volatility like we're seeing right now. That's it. It's that simple. Most investors will absolutely sabotage themselves by constantly adjusting the strategies, rebalancing, buying out of stuff, buying into stuff, selling out of things. Consistency will compound. Emotion when it comes to investing will absolutely destroy the portfolio. Discipline within investing always does win. Now, of course, here's the shift that changes everything. Most people spend first and invest what is left. This is a very common logic. Everyone that I do financial counseling does this. Wealth builders, and this is what I do, I invest first and then I spend what is left. So I have a dedicated amount that is going into my 401k, into my HSA, into my IRA, and into my taxable brokerage account. Wealth builders will invest first and then again spend what is less. Remember that, guys. It's not extreme. It's very intentional. I want financial freedom at the age of 55, meaning, again, traditionally 10 years before retirement at 65. You cannot operate without really cause. You don't try to invest. You invest and you become an investor, and it is by driven behaviors that this works. So here's your assignment for this video, guys. First, figure out the timeline. Figure out the target income and how much money you need. Run the math and be honest about the contribution rates. For majority of people, it's 4 to 5%, which is crazy. It is going to bring you clarity. And if you want more clarity, subscribe to the channel. This channel is not about hype. We talk about it all the time. It's about being disciplined, repeatable, very easy to understand wealth systems. So in the next video, we're going to break down how to increase that rate that we're trying to get to, the contribution rate, without feeling absolutely broke. So guys, if you like the video, definitely give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. It gets it out to a lot of other people, because that is where it becomes very, very powerful. And I'll catch you in the next video.